everyone, I'm about to show you something that may make you a little bit jealous. Chocolate muffin extreme. It's too hot. Gotta wait for it to cool down. And we have been talking about patience, waiting until later for something that you want now. But it smells so good. Let me try to describe the smell to you. It's like walking on a chocolate beach with chocolate sand all up in your toes, and there are chocolate waves crashing right next to you with chocolate gusts of wind coming all around you, and that chocolatey air filling up your lungs. Oh, so sweet. Okay, I've got to move this away so I don't smell it. That's all I'm saying. I can still smell it. That didn't help at all. Well, the story today is about some people that just couldn't wait. And it ended up being a really bad idea. Check it out.
For hundreds of years, God's people lived as slaves in Egypt. They cried out to God, and God rescued them. He led them through the midst of the Red Sea to freedom in the wilderness. And that's where he showed his love and care by providing bread from heaven and water from solid rock. 3 months later, God led his people to Mount Sinai, where they camped at the foot of the mountain in the desert. Moses was called to by God from the mountain.
Say to my people, the Israelites, you have seen for yourselves what I did to Egypt. You saw how I carried you on the wings of eagles and brought you to myself. Now obey me completely. If you do, then out of all the nations, you will be my special treasure.
Moses shared God's word with the people.
We will do everything the Lord has said.
God called Moses to meet with him on the mountaintop. Moses spoke to the elders of the Israelites before he left.
Wait here until I come back. My brother Aaron and Hur will stay with you. Anyone who has a problem can go to them.
Don't sweat it. We got this.
No one can come up. The mountain is holy.
Noted.
I'll see you soon-ish.
Have fun storming the mountain.
As Moses and his assistant Joshua began to climb the steep slopes, the glory of God settled on Mount Sinai like thick cloud and burning fire.
I will give you stone tablets. They contain the law and commandments I have written to teach the people.
Moses stayed within the cloud on top of Mount Sinai, talking with God for 40 days and nights. Meanwhile, back at the camp, the Israelites were growing restless.
I'm so, over this desert camping thing.
Yeah, that Moses seems kind of unreliable to me.
Yeah, what if he's making up all the God stuff? You know, besides the cloud and the Red Sea and food from heaven and all that.
He's certainly taking long enough. Hey, Aaron, where's your brother?
Aaron shrugged and pointed to the cloud that hovered over the mountain.
You know as much as I do.
We need someone to really take charge.
A God we can see, a God who will lead us.
Keep talking, bro.
Moses may have brought us out of Egypt, but he's just disappeared. Poof. What are you gonna do, Aaron?
Aaron was tired of the people's complaining, so he buckled under pressure.
Give me all your gold jewelry.
Aaron took all the gold the people brought him and melted it down. Then he shaped it into the form of a golden calf.
Israel, here is your God who brought you out of Egypt.
It's so shiny.
Well, when Aaron saw how excited the people were, he built an altar in front of the calf.
Tomorrow will be a feast day.
So all the next day, the Israelites brought sacrifices to honor a golden calf made out of their own jewelry. The people ate, drank, and danced wildly in front of the statue.
wants to walk like an Egyptian, huh?
Not me. We just got out of there. Thanks to this amazing calf.
Back on the mountain, in the midst of the cloud, God spoke to Moses.
Go down. Your people you brought up out of Egypt have become very sinful. They have turned away from what I commanded.
Heartbroken, Moses and Joshua made their way back down the mountain. Moses carried 2 heavy stone tablets covered with the laws God had given. The 2 men stopped in their tracks.
Wait, is that the sound of war? It's not the sound of winning or losing. That's singing.
Moses and Joshua picked up their pace, scrambling down the mountainside. As they approached the camp, Moses saw the golden calf. Dazzling in the sunlight, the Israelites danced wildly around it.
Inconceivable!
Moses was so angry, he took the stone tablets and hurled them to the ground.
Stop! Stop this at once!
The music and dancing stopped. Moses marched right through the crowd, right up to the golden calf. Aaron tried to sheepishly duck away, but Moses spotted him at once.
What did these people do to you? How did they make you lead them into such terrible sin?
Okay, don't be angry. You know how these people are. They said, make us a god to lead us. And then they gave me their gold jewelry. And I threw it into the fire, and out came this calf.
Aaron couldn't look his brother in the eye. They both knew the true story.
Why didn't you wait for me? The people are running wild. We've become a joke to our enemies.
Moses toppled the golden calf into the fire to burn. Then he ground the golden calf into a fine powder and scattered it on the water.
Drink it, all of you.
This is hard to drink.
Oh, my stomach feels downright awful.
God helped his people over and over, but when they had to wait, they forgot his goodness. They chose their own way, and the consequences weren't so golden.
I have a confession to make. I didn't eat it. Thought you could get to me, muffin. I had patience. Yes, I did. Okay, but another confession. Sometimes I don't have patience. And sometimes it gets me in trouble. Kind of like in the story. I have things that are so hard to wait for, and sometimes I decided not to wait and just go ahead and do it. And then other times I did decide to wait and it ended up being really good for me. Like for instance, if you eat dessert before a meal, sometimes you don't want to eat the meal. And a lot of times your mom or dad or whoever told you not to eat that cookie or that dessert before you had your meal. So you're also disobeying. Not good. Or what about if you found that secret hiding spot where your presents are always hidden for your birthday or Christmas, and you just can't help but go peek because you don't have the patience to do it? Well, you ruin the surprise, don't you? Whoever got you the present loves to see that surprise on your face, and so you ruin that for them. A lot of us have done these things even though we knew better, and the people in the story knew better too, but they chose to do it anyway. And they got in trouble for it. So how can we do better? Well, we can ask God to help us with our patience. And we can ask God to help us control what we think. So the bottom line for today is, when you have to wait, remember what is true. Remember that waiting is better. Remember that waiting doesn't spoil your dinner, and then you may even get an extra chocolate chip cookie at the end. Or remember that waiting for the presents is a better surprise for you and the person. Hey, and if you learn to be patient, maybe you'll end up on that amazing chocolate beach with the chocolate under your toes and the chocolate waves. Was that a chocolate? Oh, that was a chocolate seagull, and he did something nasty. I don't have my appetite anymore. All right, well, that's it. See you next time.